Okay. Now I'm going to tell you some points to remember. This is something very quick, you'll be knowing this anyways. Units. First of all, take very much care about units. If your speed is in kilometers per hour, you need to make sure that the time is in hour and the distance is in kilometer. Mostly in the questions, what you'll see is that the speed is given in kilometers per hour, but in the time they'll say 3 minutes extra or 3 minutes less or something. So do make sure that you convert this time into minutes, into hours, or the same unit as the other quantities given to you. Now the other point relates to adding and subtracting these quantities of distance, time and speed. While you can add or subtract distance very easily, you can also add and subtract time. You have to be very careful when you're adding or subtracting speeds, because speed is a rate, and this point holds for any rate that you take. Whenever you have something which is a rate, basically it's a kilometer per hour kind of a thing, the unit, then you cannot just easily add or subtract this. Just keep this in mind while you're doing the questions. You'll probably notice it yourself, or you can see in the example questions also. Now the third point is the equations that I told you. So for instance, I told you d is equal to s into t. This is the basic equation. If my distance is the same, my s1 into t1 is equal to s2 into t2. So if I take the ratios, I'll get s1 by s2 is equal to t2 by t1. So what I'm trying to say here is, let us say you're not given numbers for speeds, but you're given that s2 is twice of s1 or 2/3 of s1 or some such thing. You shouldn't get worried, because here basically I get the ratio. So this will get cancelled. So if I have that s2 is in the second part, s2 is twice that of s1, just put s1 here, you will have 2 times s1 here, this will get cancelled and it is 1 by 2. So you have to work with ratios instead of exact numbers. So don't ever think that I'm getting too many variables and I can't solve this question.